President John F. Kennedy has a personal message for all of us on this important subject.
I welcome this opportunity to speak to the people of America about a subject which I believe to be most important, and that is the subject of physical fitness. And I speak not only as President of the United States, but also as a parent of 2 children who I hope will grow up with those qualities of vigor and energy which we identify with the best of America. This should be a matter of concern to us all. A country is as strong really as its citizens. And I think that mental and physical health, mental and physical vigor go hand in hand. I hope that we will not find a day in the United States when all of us are spectators except for a few who are out on the field. I hope all Americans will be on the field. That is, they will concern themselves with the education of their children, with the physical development of their children, with the participation in the vigorous life, and then also as their children get older, inculcate into them a desire to maintain that vigor through their normal life. Our citizens are living longer, and we want them to participate fully in that longer life. But they can only do so if they give some of their time and some of their effort to maintaining that vitality. This is a subject which should be of interest to us all. And I hope when we have seen the astonishing results which we have seen from our work in a few schools across the country, where we've been able in the short space of 2 and 3 months to change the physical habits and strength of our children, that this will spread to every school district in the United States, that all of us will participate in the life around us, and in so doing will be better citizens and happier ones. This is a challenge for us all, children, boys and girls, college students, mothers and fathers, and all of us, I think, should welcome it. I hope all of you will join in a great national effort to build a strong and better America through physical effort and through the contributions we can make by the drive and force we bring.
Good morning. And then he sent them all to Vietnam to die. Good morning.
No.
Rise in freedom. I'm Austin Petersen. Such a cynic, Austin. Welcome to the Wake Up America show. It's Freedom Family Friday. That's why that beautiful smoking hot redheaded libertarian wifey's over there.
Here.
You look so good today, Steffi.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my gosh, beautiful.
Some extra time on my hair. We're gonna get a haircut today. I've been growing out this hair since Hazel was like 3 months old.
Speaking of hair, we learned some things about redheads today.
Yes, because I was telling you that I don't really feel the effects of Tylenol or Motrin whenever I have pain, whereas you do. And I was like, well, redheads, they respond differently to pain medication. Usually they require more pain medication. So we were reading about it, and apparently a redhead's pain threshold is higher than other hair colors because the gene that makes red hair apparently also has to do with pain sensation. So pain and red hair are in the same gene, I guess, which is very interesting. And we respond differently to different pain medications like morphine. Apparently we might be more sensitive to that one, whereas others we might require more, like anesthesia, for example. So very, very interesting.
I can't talk about it anymore. It's giving me a headache.
Here, take 2 of these.
New print. Little, yellow, different.
You love that movie.
Yes,
Wayne's
that was
World.
so funny.
Wayne's World.
Yes, but I really wanted to do the exercises in that video we were watching. It was kind of like
Some of those were
the Mao, the communist.
Oh yeah, I've been teaching
exercises.
you the Chairman Mao.
Oh, they feel so
communist
good.
exercises.
They're great stretches.
Hold on, wait a minute. What is that I hear? What is that? Wait.
No offense, but it sounds like some fucking commie gobbledygook.
Thank you, Norm Macdonald.
Well, it does. It is.
It was the mandatory morning workout from the communist leader.
Yeah, but really, I mean, the communist workout feels really great. Communists, They may not do well at a lot of things, but they do know how to exercise.
Governments love mandatory workouts. I'll tell you that. If there's one thing that all states, whether the communist Chinese or the Republican Americans, is that the government wants to keep their citizens in good physical shape so that they can pay taxes and so that they can die in wars.
in terms of our obesity problem in this country, it could do people some good, honestly, if we had mandatory daily exercise.
Dadbod Baboon says, I'm glad I've paid attention to my fitness over the years. Good for you. He says, at 48, clean and sober, I feel more physically fit than I was at 28 with cocaine and meth running through my veins. Yeah, but I bet you could run the mile a lot faster.
Oh boy, but for a lot shorter of a time. It's not a long-term fix.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I never recommend drugs or alcohol, but they always worked for me. Just kidding, Dad Bod. Don't do drugs.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I really like that. I became physically active when I was probably ending in high school. But before then, the only physical activity, well, I did play tennis for some time. But really, I just was in gym class. But I hated gym class. I didn't even want to participate in gym class.
Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't into it either when I was in high school. In college, I worked out a little bit. Me and Luke would go to the gym and stuff, but I never had a proper workout regimen. I never really started to seriously work out until I was in my mid-20s, and I was properly embarrassed for being a little chubby chub. That's what it takes for us men. You know, I saw a great video the other day where it showed how men work out versus women work out, and it showed the woman, and she's like, "I am enough. I am what I need to be.
Yoga.
Everything I need is within me." And she's working out, and then they show the guy who's like, "I'm a piece of crap. I suck. I'm terrible. You need to get off your ass." And I was just kind of like, that is exactly what how men and women work out.
Well, the funny thing is, too, it depends on the workout you choose that makes your body look different ways. When I was in my early 20s, I was doing more weightlifting because I was working out with somebody who was a bodybuilder. So I became very bulky, and I didn't like my body, actually, because my legs got really big. I looked more like manly. And now that we do karate, I like how my body looks. It's more lean.
Yeah, martial arts and boxing, any of those kinds of arts where there's a lot of cardio aspect to it, is it's a good way to have like a lean, strong body versus if you want to be like big and be a weightlifter, you know, do lots of reps of heavy weights and stuff.
Right.
And now we've got a pretty good balance where we do 2 days a week we go to the Y and we do the karate warm up, but then we do weightlifting, and then Wednesday nights is like a 2-hour blast. It's supposed to be when we get students, but hopefully we'll get some adults to show up to karate this week. We had
That's
kids.
Government for you.
Yeah,
government doesn't always advertise things.
Yeah, Jeff
as
City
well as
Parks
they
and
should.
Rec needs to let people know that there's karate classes. I'll get on them and tell them to post about it. John and Casey says now I'm less of a fact. I'm thinking he means fat, hateful F word than I was before. Well, that's good too.
Aww.
What did you guys do for your workouts? Do you still work out? Are you middle-aged like me and working out?
It's funny because I think a lot of people who went really hard on exercise at a young age, they end up having injuries now when they're in their 30s and 40s. Like me, my left knee, because I was doing squats with really heavy weights. And I hurt my knee long ago, and now it still clicks.
Nancy, she's got a similar thing.
Yeah, my dad's wife.
And I've got the herniated discs, so I've got to get my treatment for my herniated disc because I've got a hell of a tornado kick, dude. My Mawashigeti is beautiful, but I've done it too many times in my life, so now I've twisted the disc out of my spine.
So it's like exercise, but not too much.
Well, it's like what can you possibly do? I mean, I guess swimming is like the least concussive to parts of your body. So
yeah, or walking. Even running is not good for you.
Yep, running.
I know
not
there's
good.
a lot of runners out there, but it takes a toll on your knees because of the hard pavement.
Yep.
So I was like, you can't win.
Yeah,
no matter what, we all have the same fate at the end of the day.
Well, at the end of the day, John Maynard Keynes was right about one thing. In the end, we're all dead. So
that's right.
Everything goes to shit.
So just dig holes until you die.
And then jump in the hole and bury yourself.
Yes.
No, we're going to talk about the presidential fitness test this morning. I've got some great topics. Steffi, I know you're really going to love these. Have you seen the show yet? Sometimes I like to surprise you. Sometimes I tell you above. Did you get a chance to look at it?
No.
Great. Segment 2 after the presidential fitness test is restaurant ripoffs.
Oh.
So how you're getting scammed at dinner. We're going to talk about how to protect your wallet, when you go out to eat.
Well, that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, you're going to enjoy that one. And so the New York Post has a whole list of how restaurants can scam their customers. So we're going to go through those.
I know
which
of
is
one
fun.
right off the bat. My goodness.
Okay, well, what is it?
When we were at Chili's with Hazel, she was playing on their little tablet, pushing the buttons. And apparently we got her in game mode and she started playing the games. And then on the bill at the end of dinner, they charged us for Hazel playing games.
Yeah, and if we hadn't said anything, then of course we would have paid it. So.
Yeah. So those are the hidden charges that you don't know about.
Yep. Segment number 3 in this one, Generation X. That's the one like 1 year older than me. Because I'm like the most geriatric.
Oh, so your brother would be Gen X?
So my brother was Gen X.
Oh.
So Gen X gets ghosted. Ageism in the job market. A 51-year-old woman went viral on TikTok for saying that despite doing everything right, she still can't land a job interview. She blames rampant ageism. Employers want cheap and tech savvy, not experienced and expensive.
No.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
we'll talk.
it does.
I've got that on the list today. I wish Justin was going to be with us. Unfortunately, no Justin today. He's busy.
He actually has a job. Excuse me.
Whoa.
He actually has a job at his age.
Sure, but I would. He does what we do. We work for himself, right?
Right.
Runs his own small business. And that's kind of the only option that's available to people like us. So, segment 4, can you love your AI girlfriend? I knew you were going to like this one. A man has been in a relationship with his chatbot, Nomi, for 7 months. He says she listens better than his ex-wife and even offers emotional support. I believe it.
I thought about that the other day, actually. If you told ChatGPT to act like your best friend, what they would be like. Because you do the ChatGPT where the guy talks to you with his voice. So I could see you actually forming a connection with somebody if you heard their voice like that all the time.
Well, so we've got that. And then, and last segment I have for us, Generation Z Zoomers, they think that our marriage is weird.
Our marriage is weird.
Yours and mine. Can you guess why?
Because we are together a lot?
No. And even if they did, who cares?
Because we're intimate?
Well, no, that too. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Maybe they may think that our intimacy is weird, but
I don't know.
one more guess.
Oh, goodness.
Why would they think our marriage is weird?
Because we're straight.
That's a great answer, Stephanie, but it's not the real answer. I wonder if anybody in the chat can guess it. Don't forget to click the like button, guys, of course, and the follow button as well if today's your first time watching the Wake Up America show. The answer is because of our age gap.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm 44, you're 37. We've got a 7-year age gap.
I used to not believe in dating people who were older than me.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to have a cutoff in my head of like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, there's a delay. So I think Laissez-Faire Bra 76 probably nailed it. He said age gap. Yep. You're more than 5 years apart. Yeah, Generation Z is like, you're a pedophile if it's more than 5 years. Like,
oh, really?
Oh, they do. They destroyed some kids. I saw some kid who had his life destroyed because he was dating a girl who was like a year younger. And it was like, you're disgusting. Ugh. I remember when I was in high school, my freshman year of high school, I was dating a girl who was in 8th grade. So I was in 9th grade. She was in 8th grade. And people gave me shit because I was in high school. She was in middle school. Wow, Austin, you're getting off the bus to go to the middle school to go talk to your girlfriend. It's like, I'm like, she's literally 1 year younger than I am.
You're robbing the cradle.
Oh, yeah. Go from high school to middle school. Because that's that weird age where everybody thinks everything's weird. But still.
Oh, yeah.
Age gap relationships, Generation Z.
Yeah, I mean, you are quite a bit older than me. That is true.
Is it quite a bit, really?
Yeah.
I feel like within 10 years is like not quite a bit. Quite a bit would be
you're
like 10
older
years
than my
or more.
sister, which is kind of weird. I used to only say like, oh, I'll only date somebody who's like younger than my sister because my sister's 3 years older than me. But, you never know how life will turn out. What I learned as a young woman is that men are pretty immature and they're not ready for marriage when women are typically. So that's why it helps to get with an older man because he's ready for those commitments. Whereas the guys who are your age, it's going to take them a few more years.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like most women tend to like older men. That's what I like. A little bit older, a little more mature, a little more,
Yeah.
established is kind of how I see it. But
Yeah, there must be some sort of fantasy about that.
I don't know that it's like a fantasy. I think it's just that like most women kind of tend to look at men their age as immature,
Yeah.
and they want guidance from someone who's a little bit more, who's just a little bit more experienced.
Yeah, the guidance thing is important because I used to be with someone 2 years younger than me, and I definitely didn't respect his knowledge as much as I respect yours.
Yeah.
Because you're older and wiser.
Yeah, Stephen Rue, my buddy from high school in chat, he says it's not weird when you're adults. He says it's super weird if you started dating when Austin was 20.
Yes, that would have been considered wrong.
Wait a minute, what would you have been, 12 or something? I was 20, you were 12?
7 years younger, so 13.
13, yeah,
Would have
so
been
right
13.
in there, 12, 13.
But it's like, think about it. I used to have crushes on band guys, right? And those guys were typically
Still
much
would've been
older
illegal.
than me.
Still would have been illegal.
Yeah, so like I used to go to Warped Tour and like try to flirt with the guys in bands. Like, how terrible was that?
Bro, I remember, Steven will probably remember this. I think I did like substitute teaching and then I did, it's like where like you're a senior in high school and you go to the middle school to like help teach or
Yeah.
teacher assistant or something. And it was like, I'm 18 years old or something. And it's like these 12 and 13 and 14-year-old girls. And they're all flirting with me.
Oh, yeah.
And they're all like, oh, Austin, you're so cute and so hot. They're like, oh, they would like lean over and try to like seduce you. And it's
Yes.
like, get away from me.
That's how I can see
Gary
how
Puckett
these
in the Union Gap.
teachers
Young
get in
girl,
relationships.
Get out of my mind. My love for you is way out of line. Better run, girl. Used to be that you'd just sing about it. Nowadays, they lock your ass up. Cadet teaching. Thank you, Stephen Rue. You're much too young, girl. Today is Friday, August 1st, John says, and dating still sucks. I'm sure it
do we have
does.
to do a giveaway? Because it's the end of the month.
We do. We'll do a giveaway today. We'll figure it out when we have to take a break.
Okay.
Make America Fit Again. Trump reinstates the presidential fitness test.
Oh, is that
Well, I think,
it?
look, I grew up in an era in my public education side of the coin where we had a fitness test. In reading up about it since 1956, President Eisenhower established this, and it's changed in form numerous times. And, for me, all I want to do is inspire the next generation of young individuals that have passion around sport, health, nutrition, and fitness. And from my standpoint, reestablishing the President's Sports Council as well as the fitness test is a huge initiative for America and its health and fitness all across the board. So we couldn't be more excited. I've got a great team behind me. We're establishing more council members as time is going on, and we're going to be excited to showcase what we have for the American public here soon.
Nice.
So he's a professional golfer,
Yeah,
and he was chosen to be on this council.
Yeah, he still kind of looks like a stud. So I mean, like, I imagine he'd be good in that
I'm
position.
sure all the women are going to be like going crazy over this guy.
So Trump has signed an executive order bringing back the legendary presidential fitness test, the one that left generations of kids huffing, puffing, and clinging to the pull-up bar. Can you do pull-ups?
Right now, I don't know. I'm assuming I could maybe do.
You could probably do a pull-up.
I used to do the thing where you pull up and then you just hang. I think it was like the hang or something, or where you just sit there all tight and you see how
the
many
bent arm hang.
Yeah, how you can see how many seconds. You
Yeah,
can
they
hang
used to
there.
do that. That was what the girls did. The
Yeah.
bent arm hang. So
Yeah, I hated the V-set and reach because I could not reach very far.
yeah.
I never thought I was flexible. Although my when I went to like physical therapy, the lady said I was actually pretty flexible. So I've always, I guess, misunderstood my body. I always thought I was not flexible, but apparently I can be.
Okay, there you go. So
Yeah.
this time, though, this is led by Robert F. Kennedy Jr., serving as the Secretary of Health and Human Services. The origin is the story of the presidential fitness test. It was born out of Cold War era fears that American youth were falling behind their European counterparts in physical strength and discipline. In 1955, a shocking study found that nearly 60% of American children failed basic strength and flexibility tests, compared to just 9% of European kids. 60% versus 9%. So it started with President Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Because of war, right? They
A lot
wanted
of
us to
it.
be able to fight wars with
Of course.
other countries. But
Absolutely.
it's like, is that still the motive here?
Yeah. I think so. I think absolutely.
That's sick.
Yeah, it is. That's why the government sucks.
Yeah.
That's why we hate
That's
the
really
government.
twisted. It's like, here, guys, let's get you fit.
Yeah.
But we're not going to tell you really why. We're going to say it's because of obesity, but really it's because
Teddy
we want you to
Roosevelt-
fight in the wars.
Yeah. Teddy Roosevelt did a similar thing, I think, for the same reason, because Americans, that's the thing, is that Americans, we will always suffer from this challenge because we are a prosperous nation. And our prosperity is leads us to be gluttonous, and our gluttony is it's a blessing and a curse. It's a curse of our blessing. It's kind of like gout. Do you know what gout is? Have you ever heard of gout? It's like a disease. They call it the disease of the
Your
wealthy or the
stomach?
aristocracy.
Yeah.
No, Benjamin Franklin had it. It's a disease that you get from eating too much rich foods. And so it was back in the day, like the 1700s and before, royalty only were the people who would have it because they were the only ones who could afford rich wines and meats and all these things. So gout, some people still do get gout, but it's a disease of overeating. And so our obesity is in large part a curse from the blessings of prosperity that the United States has. And people say, well, Europe is prosperous. It's like, no, it really isn't. It really isn't. As a matter of fact, the wealthiest European nation, which I think is Germany, check me on this one, guys. The wealthiest European nation is poorer than the poorest U.S. state. Do you know what the poorest U.S. state is?
Oh, wait, the wealthiest nation. Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's how ahead we are. The poorest state, Mississippi.
Yeah. Well, good job, Stephanie. Dang. You don't need a presidential fitness test. You're going to pass the presidential tests.
Well, apparently a trivia test.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Steven says, I didn't realize it wasn't a thing anymore. There are definitely state standards for fitness. My kids have done them. Yeah, they have state standards, but now it's going to be like a federal thing on top of it.
Federal
as
is so stupid. Don't do that. Don't do that. Keep it small. States' rights. Come on.
Guys, John is out there talking about he's going to be a passport bro. John Rail trying to find a girl.
Oh, good for you, John.
You know what? Agreed. Get
Find
out
a
there.
girl in Iceland.
Get you a good Filipina. They call them LBFMs. Don't look that up. But if you can get yourself a redheaded libertarian girl, boys, get yourself a redheaded libertarian girl, man. She hates the government, but she loves her country and she loves her family. Yes. Dwight Eisenhower responded to that study and established the President's Council on Youth Fitness, a new initiative aimed at strengthening the nation's young people. In 1960, JFK famously declared, the strength of our democracy and the strength of our country depends on the health of our people. And he wrote a landmark piece in Sports Illustrated titled The Soft American, warning of the dangers of sedentary living. He's like, get off your asses and go fight in Vietnam. JFK rebranded the fitness movement with charisma and urgency, promoting events like the 50-mile hike challenge and creating buzz around national youth fitness goals, and everybody goes along with it because he's handsome. He helped launch the Presidential Physical Fitness Award because people like shiny things that have no value, complete with certificates and badges given to students who could perform a series of exercises meeting high national standards. If you were in school between the 60s and early 2000s, you probably took it. The original presidential fitness test included shuttle run for agility. Remember the shuttle run?
Oh, where you had, I actually was really good at that, where you had to like sprint back and forth, and I think I had to pick up erasers, chalk erasers, and then like bring them back. It was almost like a relay race with yourself.
Yeah, the shuttle run. And then pull-ups for boys, and then the flexed arm hang for girls.
Yep, I did that.
Right. The sit and reach.
V sit and reach. That was the thing I was not good at.
Yep. Sit-ups.
Sit-ups. I'm really good at sit-ups. I like sit-ups.
I'm shocked. I never really struggled much with sit-ups. Enough sit-ups will kill you. But like now, I think maybe it's just because of the years of like sit-ups that I've been doing that I have a pretty strong stomach. Even if it's kind of fatty, it's still got a lot of muscle underneath there. But I see these kids in karate class all the time, and they struggle. I'm like, they can't even sit up.
No.
And stuff like that. When I see stuff like that in the class, I'm kind of like, ooh, this is not good for these kids. Like you literally cannot sit up. It's like, what? You're laying in bed. You can't sit up. What do you have to do? You have to roll over on your side and then push yourself up in order to get up.
Yeah.
And then you can barely do a push up. It's like, okay, well, maybe it's a good idea for us to have a presidential fitness test because core strength we have a serious deficit of core strength in this country. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't even need to be a presidential fitness test. It just needs to be our society needs to present in media, hey, physical fitness is good. We need to have influencers coming out, being like, hey, everybody, like, let's exercise. Let's be intentional about moving. Let's not sit on our phones and our tablets and our video games and not do anything.
Well, who's that
We need to come out with more video games like the Wii, which used to help you become more active by playing tennis and moving around.
Absolutely. Actually, I loved the Wii.
We need that.
I know. You know what was funny though? It was a video game, a sitting on my ass video game that convinced me to take karate.
Yeah.
I remember playing. It was like circa 2005, 2006. I was playing my Xbox in New York City, sitting on my ass, getting fat, and I was playing this game called Jade Empire, and it's this martial arts game. And I had spent all this time learning all the moves, make my characters do all these amazing kicks and jumps and turns and twists and stuff. And I was like, man, I wish I knew how to do these moves. And then I was like, man, I thought about it. I was like, how many hours have I played this game? And I said to myself, if the amount of time that I've spent, the hours playing this game, I had actually spent in a dojo, I would know how to do these moves.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, all right, it's time to get up off your ass, AP, and learn karate. Now here 30 years later, pretty much. I'm a sensei. Oh, it's 1 mile run. That was the last part of the test. Cardiovascular
I hated
endurance.
the run.
God,
Hated the run.
I did too until the very last time I did it. I think something changed. Like my body changed. It was the summer I turned pretty. And I came back. I remember I always hated it. And then out of nowhere, maybe junior or senior year in high school, maybe I was taking the presidential fitness test. For some reason, I always struggled with the mile. And then for no reason at all, I just was in shape. I think I just, I hit puberty or I came out on the other side of puberty or something, and my body was just much stronger and faster. So what is like the fastest you can do a mile? I was like, a minute over whatever it is.
Yeah, I
right?
think back then when you were a kid, it was like 8 minutes and something, 9 minutes and something. I remember there was a really slow boy who had asthma in class.
You had to do it in
like 11 or 12 minutes, and everyone was just waiting for him.
Yeah.
That's so embarrassing.
It was like 8. You had to do it in 8 or 9 minutes, right? And then like the fastest you can do a mile. I'm sorry for people who
5
really know
minutes?
this stuff. It's like 5-6 minutes.
Yeah.
I think I did it in like 7 or something like that, kind of average-ish. But
Boys are always quicker than girls.
I was always really proud of myself. I was proud of myself. I remember that. I was like, dang, I've always been the slow kids. But for the first time ever, I was like, oh, I'm actually doing pretty well.
That
I felt
was
good.
when I first discovered I had sports-induced asthma, because every time I would run the mile, and we had to run outside too when it was really cold outside. So inhaling that cold air made it very hard for me to breathe. And so when I would come back in, I remember in elementary school, I could barely breathe and I had to lay on the ground and I'd be like hyperventilating for a long time just to catch my breath. And after that, that's when I got inhalers, because I couldn't breathe very well when I did exercise.
Quest Fanning dropped a couple bucks in the tip jar. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
We're not doing bonus content today because I've been like slaving away in the evenings preparing the show for the next day with all the extra bonus content and just doing a lot of extra work to make the show really tight and solid. But last night I just kind of sat on my fat butt and enjoyed my time with my family. Hung out with Hazel, played some games. But so we don't have bonus content for you today, but we'll reinstate it next week. Thank you, Quest, for the Rumble Rant donation.
Out of the kindness of your heart, you just want to.
Well, you don't even have to do it out of the kindness of your heart. Just go to forlibertyshop.com and grab a box of Founding Flavors coffee because it's friggin' delicious. And if you've already tried the coffee, and you like it, a lot of times people forget to order it and then they run out and then you have to drink crappy coffee. So what I think everybody should do who's a Founding Flavors fan is today you should go to the shop and you should sign up for that either monthly, bi-monthly, or every 3 months. Sign up for the coffee that you like the most and have it delivered to your front door on a regular schedule. It's a great way to support the show and make sure that you never run out. So if you visit the Grift Shop, buy a box of your favorite coffee, make sure that you select to have it delivered once a month. And that way you don't forget and you won't run out of delicious coffee. I'm drinking Franklin's Electric Elixir this morning.
And we also have, for people who want to start working out, we have workout attire at the shop. We got nice exercise pants. We also have a fit phobic t-shirt.
Being
fat phobic.
Being fat is fit phobic.
Or fit, yes.
Because
that's right.
because there was a shirt that somebody said that says being fit is fat phobic.
Yes.
So we made shirts that said being fat is fit phobic.
Yeah. And we got lots of yoga pants for the yogi mommies out there.
We probably just need to give in and make a shirt that just says no fat chicks.
Oh boy. Or a shirt that says you're fat.
I always love that. I think Peter Griffin in Family Guy had an episode where he was wearing, and he's a big fat guy.
Yeah.
It says no fat chicks, right?
Oh my
I love the
gosh.
irony. We're talking about getting healthy this morning with the news that the presidential fitness test has been restored. I'd love to hear your thoughts about that.
So does that mean they're going to start changing the school lunch foods? Are
I'm
they going
not
to still
sure.
serve the Bosco sticks and pizza and fries?
That's a great question.
And all the grossness?
Yeah, somebody texted in this morning actually and said that my workout is to shoot some basketball for half an hour in the summer, walk the dog 2 to 3 times a day, and weights left every other day. Wow, that's a really good one, man.
Your body must be very toned. Yes, walking the dog, that is the one thing we do not have to do because our dogs have a doggy door. So I guess that makes us a bit lazy. We used to walk Calvin all over the place when we lived at the old house. But now our dogs don't require that.
I'm just reading all the texts this morning. I had catched up on the yesterday. We had quite a few. So thanks for joining us here on the Wake Up America show, guys. If you haven't clicked the like button yet, please do so. We've also got another show happening tonight, and people are friggin' loving it. And they're also loving the Discord channel. Have you noticed this, Steffi?
Yes. Yeah, people like Discord. I don't, well, I do have a Discord from years ago. So I guess I'll go join it as well. But yeah, so on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Central Time, we have Freedom Arcade, which is a gaming stream that Austin and I do. And he usually plays games. And then we play a group game that all of you can participate in. And the new thing that we've done is we've started this Discord chat so that during the show, we actually can voice chat with each other, and your voice can appear on the stream if you want it to. And even your face, you can video with us also on Discord. So it's really interactive, which is different from most podcasts out there where they don't even talk to you.
See, Quest Fanning says he typically gets in about 14,000 steps a day. Yeah, dude, because you live in New York City. Congratulations. You live in New York.
Nice. Wow.
It is nice, and it also is not, because boy, did I ever wear out shoes when I lived in New York City. You wear out your shoes so fast.
Yeah.
And your body, too. I mean, it is hard. When you're walking on concrete, on pavement all day long, the New York City takes a toll on your body just for the fact that you live there. So Y2 Joe walks his dog 2 to 3 miles a day. Feels good to wear her out, and it helps me mentally. Yeah, that's another reason why I got French Bulldogs, because I'm kind of lazy. Is that Frenchies, like, when it's time to go for the walk, they're like, all right, let's go. And then we go for like a brief walk, and then they're like, all right.
Yeah, Calvin starts having an asthma attack. He can barely make it past the driveway.
Yeah. And he's like,
and then he like becomes paralyzed shortly after we're walking, and then
I'm paralyzed, bitch.
Yeah.
Until he sees a deer, and then it's like, woof, he's off.
That's right. Yes.
This little fat ass.
George can go for a bit longer.
Yes.
He has breathing issues when it's really hot outside.
We're talking about the presidential fitness test this morning. Love to hear what you do to stay fit and healthy and sharp, so that the government can send you to die in a foreign war.
We shouldn't have to have the government tell us to work out. That's not how it should be.
No, but of all the things the government does, I kind of feel like this is the least bad in terms of overall. Because right now, there's like a million new tariffs that Trump is instating today, and I have to look away.
Yeah.
It's like seeing an ugly woman naked, and you're just kind of like, ugh, I didn't want to see that.
Right.
And I don't like bumming people out on Fridays.
Right.
Fridays, I'm like, guys, let's rock. Let's be in a good mood. Let's make everybody happy today.
Yay.
That's what I'm all about.
Gym class made me just hate exercise because they force you to do activities that you don't like. I really liked dodgeball. I thought that was fun. I don't even think kids can play dodgeball anymore because now it hurts people when you throw a ball at their head. I don't know. Those people out there that have kids in school, do your kids play dodgeball still? Because I feel like it's probably banned.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of schools have banned it because it just gets so mean. But I almost feel like you should know what the real world is like.
That hardened us. And they were foam balls, for goodness sakes.
No.
They didn't even hurt.
No,
You had different balls?
Oh, we had painful balls.
Oh, no, I had foam balls.
Foam balls, then it's not dodgeball. It's not,
yeah.
if there's no fear that you're gonna have like.
Did you have the bouncy ones that were more like a silicone feeling?
Yeah, the really hard bouncy balls, and, so that you could catch them, right? Pong.
Yeah, you can catch the
them.
foam ones
right?
too. Yeah,
yeah, you can catch foam ones, but they're also not gonna get. They're not gonna if they don't make a noise when they hit you, then it's not dodgeball. Because what is that? The noise you. Pong! You want it to make that noise. Like, yes. So I don't know. But I feel like dodgeball, you need to kind of experience that.
Yeah.
In order to know what life is really going to be like. Don't you agree, Stephanie?
Absolutely. Yeah. And then we played volleyball. I didn't like volleyball either. I only like beach volleyball because the actual volleyball is so hard on my hands. Mm-hmm. It hurts. So I need like an inflated beach volleyball. But they don't do that in gym class. They make you do the real thing. Yeah. Well, is that a dodgeball?
Now you're all in big trouble.
Yeah, that's a real dodgeball.
Oh my god. But I think it was not kosher to hit people in the head at dodgeball. That would like get you disqualified.
Oh yeah!
We used to play Red Rover too as kids.
Oh yeah, Red Rover, let something come over.
And then they tried to break through your arms that were locked together and it would hurt.
And if you couldn't, then you would have to join their team if you couldn't break through, right?
All the stupid games that we used to play, goodness.
Yeah.
They were not inclusive whatsoever.
Yeah.
They were like, if you can't do this, you can't be part of our team.
Yeah. Chris Cheese says foam equals participation trophy. Exactly.
I'm sorry, but
foam balls for dodgeball.
I thought I was badass for playing dodgeball with foam balls.
No. One listener texted in and says he wears his plate carrier around the house while doing chores for an easy workout. Jesus.
Wait, what is a plate carrier?
Armor plates.
Oh, I used to is it like a vest, a weighted vest?
Yeah,
basically.
It's it's a weighted vest that has shields in it, so that if the ATF ever comes to shoot your dog, then
oh my goodness. Wow. I wonder who out
bachelors.
Who out there in our community walks around their house like fully armed, like with their hazmat suit.
What I think is probably there's probably a lot of people in our community, a significant number of people in our community that probably wear their plate carriers around the house and their helmets and like have their AR-15 in their sling.
Yeah.
But otherwise they're completely naked.
Oh, probably.
They're just ding dongs hanging down.
Oh boy. And their tinfoil hat. Yes. Oh boy.
And they're like anti-Zionist stickers.
Yes.
Trump reinstates the presidential fitness test, and that's all we've talked about the first hour. But honestly, it's been fun.
It's been an hour already.
Almost.
Oh dear. Apparently, we really love fitness.
Yeah. It was inclusive, Dad Bod says. You were either included in the badass group or the weak pussy group. Now we're a nation of all pussies.
Yeah. Well, I was in the special needs group for swimming in gym class because I wouldn't put my head under the water, so I had to swim the entire mile with my head above the water.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I had no clue whether or not this was going to be a good topic for this show this morning, but it's actually turned out to be really fun.
Because it's very relatable.
Yeah.
Everyone can connect with working out in some fashion and
Good
also
point.
PE class.
Good point. We do have a lot of other topics, though. I mean, do you want to move on to
I
any
would
of these
like
other
to move on.
topics?
Let's move on.
Okay. Do you guys want to move on to another topics? Okay. How about restaurant ripoffs? You want to go on to that?
Yes. Since we talked about physical fitness, let's talk about food.
Yes. What about the ultimate test of cerebral fitness? Restaurant ripoffs. How you're getting scammed. The New York Post had a really good article yesterday about how restaurants scam customers. Some of these things you're going to find more in a situation like Quest Fanning is in, where you live in New York City. Some of these are not as much problems that you'll face in small town diners, although it can happen some. Key scam tactics to discuss, right? So do you ever go out to eat and feel like the bill somehow crept up to double what you expected? Right?
Well, we actually did when we were out with my family just this past week. The tip was automatically on the bill
because we had over a certain amount of people.
And then at the bottom, it wanted you to add another tip.
Yes.
So it was very sneaky. So my sister and mom actually paid their tip twice by accident. And then they had to call like the waitress back and be like, wait, we just realized that the tip was already in there. Like, let's change it. And so they got to like erase it.
Man.
But yeah, so they really got you there.
Yeah, if you have over a certain number of people, they will put on a gratuity and then leave the tip line on there, hoping that you're not going to notice. And I'm sure that probably a lot of people do pay that gratuity and then put a tip on there as well. So that is a good example, great example, Stephanie. Actually, so another one is an ambiguous market price. Some menus list items like lobster without a price, and then customers find out later that it was $98.
Ooh,
right?
Yeah. I don't know if I'd order anything on the menu that I didn't know the price of.
Yeah. So listen, there's a reason why they do that. That's not just, hey, we're trying to scam customers, but it is a fact that the price of certain seafood items is going to fluctuate from day to day, and you don't know how much it costs. And so they need to have that flexibility. But yeah, absolutely. The problem is that nobody wants to ask the price. If you have to ask the price, you can't afford it, is what they say.
Oh, I would. I'm Jewish. I can ask that.
Well, so is your wife and sister.
Didn't you see me at that fancy restaurant we went to? We not only had a gift card, but I also brought a coupon. Like I was just.
We did save a lot.
Full blown
We did.
cheap.
I think we ended up having to pay $10 for that whole meal, and it was like a fancy, nice meal that we ate out. So yes, that was awesome. The creamed up bill. Somebody decided to visit the Griff shop this morning. I feel like Joel Ledamore loves us because he bought the retro neon firearm sandals.
Aww.
I think we're gonna have to put when we finally build the For Liberty network as a brick and mortar, we're gonna have to have like bricks with people's names on them, and we're gonna need to get like a solid gold brick with Joel Ledamore's name on it.
Aww.
But since he's Jewish too,
so many more.
Since he's Jewish too, I think he would rather just have the gold brick and then have us paint a brick gold and put his name on it too. So just teasing Joel. I think Joel likes us because we're not the typical anti-Semite libertarians.
Oh, no.
The ambiguous market price. So some menus list items like lobster without a price. Customers find out later it was $98. So if I really wanted, if like there was something that said market price or something on it, and I really wanted it, I would just ask the price. It's embarrassing. Oh, well, you can't afford it, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm not made of money. So sometimes I can splurge on a ribeye or a lobster tail or something when I'm out, but I just want to know how much I'm going to pay. It's
for sure.
It's not that hard, right? Just ask. Don't be a pussy. Auto gratuities, they got you nailed here. Restaurants adding the hidden service fee and then still expecting the tip. Sometimes double tipping unsuspecting diners. You nailed that one, Steffi. Right there, pulled straight from the New York Post.
It actually happens. New York Post is not fibbing here.
Kitchen appreciation fees.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's silly.
Yes, but 3 to 5% fees often go straight to management or profits, not kitchen staff.
Wow.
So I try and get in the habit of telling the waiter if I really like the food or like what they're presenting or what they have to offer on the menu. Then I'll tell the waiter to tell the chef that I really like the menu. I did that recently when we were at the Lake of the Ozarks. I think
you did,
because they had a dessert that was so just unique.
It was like a fortune cookie.
Yeah. It was
fortune
like
cookie
it was a
ice
chocolate
cream.
wonton.
Yes, wonton ice cream.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
you know how you typically get like the Chinese food, the Chinese, what's it called? The seafood wontons, like the crab.
Crab rangoons.
The crab rangoons.
Yep,
Thank you.
that's right.
So how could I not know crab rangoons?
Oh, it's okay. We're completing each other's words. I was like
how many
messed up on
times
one of
did
my
Stephen
words.
Rue and I go to and Phil Harper go to the Chinese buffet in Raymore or Belton, and we got so many crab rangoons and covered in sweet and sour sauce, and I couldn't remember it. But this place at the Lake of the Ozarks it's like the crab rangoon outside, but then it's like cream on the inside instead of like crab. It's like, something sweet, and then they like drizzle it in chocolate, and then they had a mountain of whipped cream on the side, and then ice cream in the middle. And I was just like kung fu cookies. I was just like, that's so
cookies.
kung
That's
fu
right.
cookies. I was like, that's
what they're
brilliant.
Yes. Very unique.
Yeah, so I try and show appreciation for the kitchen that way. Shrinkflation. This is something I've actually noticed. Sometimes I'm looking at my plate and I'm looking at like what you're like, oh, I'm just getting like a chicken breast with rice or something, and it's like a tiny chicken breast, smaller portions, same price, right? Half size pasta bowls, but still carry a high markup, right? They're still like
that happens more at expensive restaurants, I think. Like when we were at the expensive restaurant recently that we had the gift card for. It's like they give you like this little bit of what did I get? I got cod and then potato, garlic potatoes, and it was like so teeny tiny, not even filling the plate.
Well, and you got to be careful because now customers armed with artificial intelligence are looking up things on the menu. So this really nice menu that had these 2 pieces of fish. One was cod and the other was
ponga?
Ponga. And I looked and they're like, okay, what's the difference of ponga? It's like, oh, well, ponga is like just a catfish. And they're like, oh, the ponga, it's just much fancier than like the cod. And I was kind of, I had just looked it up. I'm like, it's catfish, dude. You call it whatever you want.
Right.
It's a freaking catfish.
Right. So then you got the snapper instead.
Oh, yeah, I got the snapper. Because if I'm going to pay more for the fish, I'm going to pay more for one that I know is like a good fish that you're not going to necessarily get everywhere. You're going to get cod anywhere. Yeah. That's what you got. And then you're going to get catfish anywhere. This is the Midwest. But you're not going to get snapper anywhere. And honestly, my snapper was friggin' delicious.
Yeah, I tried it. It was good.
Oriental Garden, Stephen Rue says. Yes, Oriental Garden. Jesus. Was it in Raymore or Belton? Shrinkflation. Yeah. So watered down drinks. Dude, totally. Where was it that we went? Oh, Redheads at the Lake of the Ozarks. I don't want to talk smack about my Redheads because here's the thing. Last summer we went to Redheads like a couple of times. Had a great time. Pizza was awesome. This year we went to Redheads. Pizza, not so awesome. They made a margarita pizza for you.
It was literally like a balsamic salad on top of bread.
Oh, it was nasty.
It was so weird.
And there was no sauce.
No.
A margarita pizza has sauce and it has no balsamic on it. It has a basil leaf. There wasn't a basil leaf on there. And like
cheese.
And mozzarella cheese that's like not stretched all the way across. It's just like balls of cheese that are melted on top of it.
Yeah.
But this year, pizza, lower quality and smaller portions, but still the same price. So, and the worst part, I remember last summer when we went there, I had a margarita and I had a pina colada. And I was so excited to come back and get a margarita pina colada this year. This year, it was like water. I was like, there's just no alcohol in this. There's no flavor in this. So it's like, I was really disappointed. And more restaurants are doing that. Trey OK says, catfished by a catfish man. Yeah. Arvolt asks, Missouri folk, thoughts on Springfield cashew chicken? Honestly, delicious.
I don't know if I've ever had Springfield cashew chicken. Well, see, I stay away from cashews in general because my sister is deathly allergic to them. So my whole life, I couldn't really be near cashews. We couldn't have them in our house.
So you may be allergic and not even know it.
No, I've eaten cashews.
Oh, well then
because we've gotten cashews here in the house.
Okay, next time we go to Springfield, you need to have the cashew chicken because honestly, it's friggin' good.
Yeah, Luke, if you're listening, we're coming down to Springfield one day.
Luke's on his way to work at Silver Dollar City. Many luxury dishes use synthetic flavoring, fake truffle oil. Fake truffle oil, not real truffle. It happens. This is very common.
I don't think I get truffle oil.
This is very common. This is how much I've turned into a snobby little bitch.
You are a snob when it comes to food.
I'm a
certainly
snobby little bitch when it comes to food. Yeah, you can't live in New York City and DC for 11 years and not come away like appreciating finer things in life. Many luxury dishes use synthetic flavoring, not real truffles, but they still carry they'll still mark it up. So, for example, you've had truffle fries. Yeah. Right? You go to a restaurant and it's like this kind of like hipstery burger joint and they'll have truffle fries.
Yes, we actually did in Springfield. They had truffle fries.
Yeah. The idea that they would have to, that they would take real truffles or buy real truffle oil and put them on something like French fries for every customer. No. What they probably do is they do what I do and they go to TJ Maxx and they get that sketchy bottle of the fake truffle oil that you can get that's marked down. It'll have like, it's like what is it, homeopathy, where it's like the medicine where it's like just water but it's touched medicine like 10 years ago once in a pond, but it's the same thing I think, is they take the essence of truffle oil and then like tickle it with this oil, and then it's like truffle oil. But have you ever had real truffles?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Oh, you've never had real truffles. You would know.
Aren't they mushrooms?
Aren't they? Yes, they are mushrooms, and they can only be found with either a species of pig, a certain species of pig, or certain dogs can be trained to find it. And the dogs tend to be more common now, but it used to be in France. It was a big deal to get truffles, and it still is a big deal to get truffles because apparently they cannot be farmed; they can only be found.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, you can't farm truffles.
Wow.
Yeah,
I need the truffle standard, truffle-backed.
Truffle-backed currency.
Yes.
God, Stephanie, you're you're hilarious.
Move over, gold standard.
I married such a cutie and sweetie, and she's so smart.
I'm full of jokes. Can I tell my therapy joke? Oh my gosh, it's so funny. I came up with it while cooking dinner the other day.
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
Okay, so the therapist says to the client, so I hear you have trust issues. Who in your past lied to you? The client goes, the weatherman. But sorry, you might only understand it if you're in the know with therapy, because we examine people's past quite a bit when they have issues.
Y2 Joe gifted a sub, and he became a monthly sub. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, bud.
You've been with us on Freedom Arcade.
I know, and I hope that you're all going to join us tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time. You can actually play the game with us. People love being able to not just squat up with us in the game, but hang out with us in the chat. We'll have like 7 or 8 people.
Yeah, like a lot of the people aren't playing Call of Duty, which you're playing. They're just there to talk.
Yeah, and they do, and it's fun and it's funny. But we need to get Nelson a better microphone because his is always like, or maybe he just needs to remember. Come on, Nelson, remember to turn off the stream before you do it, because it'll be like, and it's like, Nelson, no. So
well, he has Linux. You know, Linux is a tough one.
Yeah,
challenging.
That's true. The chat is fun, says L Dubs. He usually joins us, and sometimes he plays Call of Duty.
You're awesome.
Latrell is
He's got the coolest background on his video.
He
camera
does.
too.
He does. We always appreciate L Dubs when he's there. We miss him when he's not here. Quill Pig Parapet can do the truffle shuffle. There you go. Do you know what the truffle shuffle is, Stephanie?
No. I know the shuffle? No, it's the cha-cha slide.
No, it's the truffle shuffle. If you want to get into this club, Stephanie, you're going to have to do this at some point, honestly.
First, you got to do the truffle shuffle. Come on! Do it! Come on! Do it!
Oh my.
Cut it out, Mo.
I don't think I can do that on camera.
Good stuff. Goonies.
The poor guy, and now
It's Rudy.
Now he's a musician.
What?
You know, the main character in that movie there.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Cody, what's his name? Corey, what's his name? And now he's like trying to be a musician and sing.
Oh, yeah.
Corey, what's his name? Yeah, the child actor that failed.
The child actor, yeah, that failed.
It's so sad. Like he was taken advantage of, and yeah.
Corey Feldman. Feldman,
yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, Corey Feldman.
Yep. So sad.
He actually had a bop of a song a few years ago. I saw him in Kansas City. Do you guys remember when he did? Was it to the Today Show? Yeah, when he performed his hit song on the Today Show, the one that
he had a cool music video too with these women that like one woman had a scar like on her abdomen as if she had surgery.
Yes.
If you grew up in the 80s, right here, then you may have had some Corey Feldman posters on your walls.
Hold on. Of course we did. Hold on.
Put down in here.
Here we go.
Let's do this. We're going to go for it.
Here we go.
It looks like Ozzy Osbourne before him.
Angelic to the core.
There we go.
Looks like he made that with like Microsoft Paint.
Poor guy. I mean, he's trying so hard. He's got a lot of talent. Look at that. Wow. He tries to be like Michael Jackson.
So much. Get it. Okay, I kid you not. I actually had this song in my head for a week the first time I saw this. Go for it.
They need a turn up his microphone?
I don't think they do. I think they definitely do not need to turn up his microphone. No.
Poor Corey Feldman. I feel so
He
bad
got
for
messed
him
up.
because he has trauma.
I know, he does. He does.
Wasn't he like assaulted by somebody as a child?
Yeah. He accuses a lot of people of assaulting him, and some of them, I think, the accusations might actually be true.
I bet it really happened.
Yeah, probably some of it. Yeah, for sure. In Hollywood, absolutely. Can we get back to the story?
Let's
the topic?
talk about food.
Okay, yeah, we're talking about restaurant ripoffs this morning on the Wake Up America show. You know where you're not going to get ripped off? At the For Liberty shop. People who go to the For Liberty shop and make purchases, they write reviews. And they love the products. They're great products. And I hope that you guys will visit the Griff shop and pick out something real nice for yourself. Let's see. Tipping on tax. Ooh, this is an interesting question. Receipts designed to calculate suggested tips include sales tax. So it's an extra 10% that goes unnoticed. Right, because if, for example, if they calculate the tip for you, you know how they'll show 15, 18, 20% for the tip? Well, that percentage includes the tax that you're paying so as to increase the tip overall. Kind of a good ripoff that you need to know.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Packaged goods resale. Some venues repackage Costco bought items and mark them up 300%. Okay, so I've thought about this, right? So if you, let's say you had a baseball diamond, right? And you wanted to go and have a food truck, you would go to Costco and buy like a bunch of Snickers and Starbursts and things like that. And
people do it all the time.
They do it all the time. And then you just mark it up, right? It says 300% markup, but this is talking about restaurants specifically. So I can see how if you're at a restaurant and you got like a 300% markup on something you got at Costco, yeah, maybe that's, maybe that would be a ripoff.
People do that at party stores or bodegas, I guess you would say. Like you always see the Middle Eastern looking people in Michigan and they're buying bulk items at the grocery store. And you're like, what is going on? Like they'll have lots of pop, water bottles, all kinds of things. They're bringing it to their party store in Detroit so that they can cheat people and get the poor people to buy this stuff at a really high price.
Yep. So packaged goods resale. So you went and you bought you went to a restaurant and you thought you were going to get a nice fresh chicken Parmesan, but it's that frozen one like we've got from Sam's Club.
Oh yeah, a lot of restaurants, I'm sure, they use frozen meats.
Sure.
Yeah. They just put a lot of the stuff in the microwave.
How do you think they
sure.
Yeah, how do you think they get fish to the Lake of the Ozarks from the ocean?
Right.
So Steffi, we've had date nights and we go out for dinner. Do you think we've fallen for any of these?
I mean, I'm sure we've been cheated here and there. Probably the tax thing. I'm sure, because I don't think I've noticed that one. Them serving less food. I'm sure we've gotten that because I have a big appetite, and so if I'm hungry after I eat my meal, then that's not good. That means that someone did not put enough on my plate.
I don't know how Stephanie doesn't blow up to gigantic proportions.
Yeah.
She's always
because
eating.
I can down a salad plus the main course plus soup plus a dessert and still be like, I could have more.
Dad Bod's leaving us. He says he's headed to the gym for a heavy chest day with tons of ab work. Good for you, Dad Bod.
Well, you do not have a dad bod then. If you're doing all that, come on now.
Yeah, no, it's still possible, right? Because it's all, you can't outrun a bad diet. That's the situation. So, Dad Bod, hey man, hope you'll come back tonight and join us at 8 p.m. Central right here at rumble.com/AP4Liberty. Join us tonight on the show at the Freedom Arcade. And by the way, guys, has everybody joined the Discord channel yet? I'm going to drop it in there one more time. Just because people really love Discord. We tried to get the locals community going, but
Luke Sacker's in there.
It's really hard to get people to join the locals communities, but for some reason people friggin' love Discord. So
yeah, and when you join the Discord, please make it your actual name because it is so confusing to know who you are in Rumble, who you are on Discord, and then who you are in the real world. Because like I think that you're three different people.
Or just do whatever you want because we're libertarians.
Well, no mandatory requirements, but it's just helpful.
But just know that we're not going to know who the hell you are.
Right,
so,
exactly.
So
and we don't have enough of a memory to remember who you are in the Discord, who you are in the chat, who you are. Like, it's just too much.
Yeah, we pride ourselves on relationships with our audience and our fans and being like part of part of the community rather than holding ourselves apart. Although we were watching Machiavellian videos the other day, they were saying that we really need to distance ourselves from you guys. Read fewer of your comments in the chat and make you think that we're close to you while really holding you behind a shield in order for us to grow our power.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm sorry to say, but that's why all these other influencers don't talk to their chat unless the chat gives a super chat of like tons of money.
Yeah, they don't do it because they know that they get more power because familiarity breeds contempt.
Machiavelli said that as well.
That's right. Runs with Scissors is in the chat. Nice to see you, Runs. Quest Fanning, Mind Art, Dad Bod Baboon left us. Jimmy Joe Patty is here as well, and he's Jimmy Joe Patty everywhere. Laze Fairbra says, I'll change my Discord name. Yeah, whatever it is.
Thank you. I'm sorry if I made people feel awkward about that.
No, it's that way we don't feel like we're starting a brand new relationship with someone.
Exactly.
Because it's like when you start a new relationship with someone, you kind of talk to them a little bit less colloquially, a little bit less, you're like a little more polite to somebody you meet for the first time. So if we know who you are, then it's like, oh, it's L-Dubs, right?
Exactly.
We want to know who L-Dubs is, right?
Yeah.
Luke Sacker everywhere. Barney Styles has whittled himself down to 2 fake identities. We appreciate that. Just be authentic is the key to this, says L-Dubs for the chat.
So now there's Grizz Cheese. Oh, Grizz Cheese, I know you.
We know
I've
Grizz.
talked to you on the phone. Yes.
What's up, Grizz? Yeah, we love Grizz Cheese. We love Grizz Cheese. Let's see. What else do we have here with our topics?
Oh, the AI girlfriend.
Do you want to do AI girlfriend instead of Gen X gets ghosted?
Ooh. Can we do both?
Job market?
We can fit both.
Man, I don't know.
I mean, it's only 8:09.
We've got 50 more minutes. I think we can do both.
We can do it.
So do you want to just go in order? Generation X gets ghosted, ageism, the job market.
Yeah.
A 50-year-old woman, 1-year-old woman went viral on TikTok for saying that despite doing everything right, she still can't land a job interview. She blames rampant ageism. Employers want cheap and tech savvy, not experienced and expensive. An HR expert says companies do filter by age with coded phrases like digital native or culture fit. Gen X is often ignored in DEI hiring initiatives that focus on youth and diversity. What's funny, too, is that I read an article the other day that says that Generation X is also getting skipped for C-level jobs, the C-suite, so the CEO, CIO, COO, and so Generation X, kind of they call them the forgotten generation, but not only are they getting skipped for jobs, but they're getting skipped for the C-suite, so they're not taking those high-level jobs. The boomers who are retiring are skipping Generation X and elevating millennials and younger to those management positions. Can you imagine? I mean, Generation X has got to be feeling just totally ripped off. I can understand a lot of why they might be sullen to some extent.
Goodness. I mean, I haven't been hired for an actual job at a company ever since 2017-ish. So I really don't know what the culture is like at different companies. But I do know that when I first got a job in social work at a hospital, they did want me to be moldable. I remember my boss said that she wants like fresh meat that she can basically mold how she wants them to be. So she didn't like it when someone came from another place with lots of experience because then they would give her pushback if she was trying to teach them something new. So I do know that that's what they wanted back in the day, back in the early 2000s. But nowadays, I don't know.
A 2024 AARP study found that 78% of older job seekers believe they've experienced age discrimination. In practice, employers often avoid hiring workers over 50 due to assumptions that they'll demand higher salaries. Yep. They may not adapt well to newer technologies or team cultures. Yep. They won't stay in the role long term before retiring. So, and today's hiring process is also increasingly automated. A lot of it's kind of a meme joke online where a boomer is telling their young person, whoever it is, to just walk up to the manager, give him your resume, introduce him to yourself, and that's how you'll get the job. But now somebody tried that, and they posted about how when they went into a Best Buy, they talked to the manager, they gave their resume to them, and they said, "I can't do anything with this. You have to go apply online.
Right.
You have to apply online like everybody else."
Yeah, and the systems are so automated that they'll kick you out if you put the wrong answer in like the drop down menu. So it's like you have to make sure you're putting the answers that this computer system wants to see, or else they'll literally just get rid of your entire application.
The thing that I hated the most, and I haven't applied for jobs. Oh God, I haven't applied for jobs in decades. It feels like.
Yeah.
But the last time I got hired for a job was 2019. But I didn't have to like do the whole resume application thing. They just wanted to hire me, so they reached out. I had to give them a resume. But the thing was, I remember just that you had to not only give them your resume, so you'd have to update your resume, but they want you to fill out all of your work experience, and they'll put specific fields. It'll be like what from this date to this date, your job, and they want the month you started and the year, and then they want the month you finished and the year, and they want to track every single thing. And it's like, so you fill out everything that's already on your resume, and then you have to fill it out again on the application form, and you're the problem because you're like, what the hell are you doing? Do you have any like why? I feel terrible for people who are out there trying to get jobs right now. But I mean, despite the fact that one of the reasons I'd never probably be eligible for normal work again is they would just look at my business online and they would be like, oh my God, we're not going to hire this Nazi, racist, sexist, fascist, misogynist, libertarian, KKK. So yeah, I'm hoisted by my own petard there. But also I think I'm too old. I'm 44 years old. And I think, I think that I think definitely employers want younger people. They want younger people because they have more energy. And I think that they can exploit them to some extent.
Yeah.
But Trey OK says, I just declined to answer sex and race. I do the same thing now, actually, on any other thing that I have to apply for or put things in.
Oh, interesting.
Right. So yeah, recently I filled out like a bunch of forms for that meeting that I took like last week that you were asking me about. And it was asking very specific questions about your race and very specific questions about your gender. And I just didn't fill them out. And at the end it says, you have to answer these, even if you have to just put in the box, like I declined to answer,
oh my gosh,
which I absolutely did.
Yeah.
So I just declined to answer those questions because I think that it puts you at it puts me at a disadvantage. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So
goodness.
Many Gen Xers feel left behind by the tech-first job market that prizes self-branding, TikTok portfolios, and culture fit over competence. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, our business is a little bit different. We're more of a boutique industry. So if somebody had a decent following online and wanted to work for me, I would say, yeah, absolutely. I think that would be a definite benefit, a positive, because it would show me that they understand our boutique industry.
Yeah. I don't think we would want somebody who is trying to become an influencer themselves. Because then that also means that they would probably leave us sooner rather than later. And they might be looking out for their own interests instead of the interests of our business.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like, I don't know. If somebody came to me and was like, I want to work for you guys. I want to be a rising star. I want to be just like you guys. I'd be like, uh-oh. I'm worried this person might steal our ideas.
Yes. I think with someone like that, you'd probably need a really strong NDA and like non-compete legal contract. However, I would not be opposed to hiring someone like that if they were young and hungry and really wanted to learn. Yeah. Because they would get good experience, and even if they worked for us just for like say a couple of years, I feel like that would be good. And you know, I've had a lot of people work for me that went on to have much bigger careers than me. Like Lauren Southern used to write for me before she blew up and became huge and became bigger than anything I've ever done. Right. So it doesn't bother me too much because it's good to have those connections, right? If you build, here's the thing, if you treat them well, as long as they're not turds or pieces of crap to turn around and like bite the hand that feeds them, sometimes you can have relationships with people that go on to be bigger than you to do the same thing. Yeah. And then it's good to have them as a connection and that useful. But yeah, competition is interesting in that sense. L-Dubs didn't know that Lauren worked for you a bit. It is true.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Lauren Southern wrote some articles for my blog before she blew up.
And I know you're not supposed to discriminate against people who have children, but I can definitely see where hiring somebody who either doesn't have children or who has grown children would actually be to your benefit. Because then it's like they'll miss less work. They won't be as distracted, during the day by like their children texting them and stuff. So I could definitely see that.
One recruiter quoted in the New York Post article I pulled this from bluntly said, if your resume has more than 2 pages or lists jobs from before 2010, it's getting tossed.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. So I shouldn't put my old babysitting jobs.
Andy Opperman loves us. Andy, I got to come over and see you soon, buddy. I got like the first 10 minutes of the documentary.
Oh, Andy, it's so good.
It's looking amazing, bud.
Yeah.
You're going to be so thrilled.
Yeah, we just passed, I believe, the anniversary of Battle of Athens again, because it's sometime in end of July. So.
Yeah. It's still in a pretty raw state with like color and like no music and stuff. But the first 10 minutes of it is just like yesterday. I was like sitting up straight watching it when I was checking out the first cut that we had, and it's friggin' amazing. Oh, and Andy, he dropped $20 in the tip jar. He says his work has been frenetically busy lately. Haven't had time to listen much, let alone comment in the chat. Still here with support for liberty. Hell yeah,
Andy.
And
Andy,
thank you.
your thank you note is about to be in the mail in the next few days. Thank you for Hazel's birthday gift.
Yes, thank you for that. And we're doing everybody who sent something for Hazel gets a little something back.
That's right.
We really try and show appreciation and gratitude for the people in our community. And
Steelbringer, thank you. Yours is going to be in the mail as well.
Absolutely. Everybody who helps support little baby Hazel, it makes a big difference for us because, being a boutique industry and not being like Steven Crowder levels of fame, it's not like, people are dying to get sponsorships on the Wake Up America show, but we do get some. And one of them is our friends Remzo Martinez. He also used to work for me as well with his new campaignjobsnow.com website to give people jobs. Talking about jobs, if you are a Generation Xer and you're looking for a good, well-paying job, we were talking about it yesterday, then we've got the job for you now. campaignjobsnow.com/apply. That's campaignjobsnow.com/apply.
I've never heard of that. That's interesting.
Yeah. I may have missed it. L-Dubs, I think you may have done. I think L-Dubs did a $10 donation too. And if I forgot to mention it, Bud, say,
wow.
Hey, thanks, Bud. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, we were talking about how great campaign jobs are, financially speaking. I mean, they pay really good money. They pay for your food, your lodging. It's a great situation if you're just really struggling to find a job. And I'm sure they would take you if you're over 40 years old.
It didn't used to really be like this, but the market has gotten a lot better. There's a lot more politics than there ever was before, for better or for worse. But if you go to campaignjobsnow.com/apply, if you are like, I think Joe actually filled out the form last night. Don't forget to tell him that Austin sent you from
Joe
the Wake Up America. No, Y2 Joe.
Oh, okay.
Y2 Joe. Yeah, here we were complaining about all the forms that you have to fill out, and here it is.
But that looks like a very basic, straightforward website, to be quite honest with you. It's like it doesn't have all this like distraction and like crazy confusion.
Yeah, but like when I first started my political career, I did a lot of work for free. And if I had known that these kinds of jobs existed, maybe I would have done that instead. However, I really wanted to work just like for Ron Paul. So I was doing what I love.
$3,120+ per month, plus bonus opportunities, all housing covered, all gas covered, training on site.
Yeah.
Imagine how much money you're going to save in your savings account.
Yeah, because you literally like you have your expenses covered.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that is crazy amazing. So all of you who are like living in your parents' basement right now, this would probably be a great opportunity for you.
The living in your parents' basement is not really the demographic of the people who watch the Wake Up America show typically. The people who watch our show tend to be more people who have jobs and kids and lives and families and things. But we appreciate that. And older gay dudes. Campaignjobsnow.com/apply. They're a sponsor for us, so they are advertising for the Wake Up America show. So, but I would talk about them anyway, just because honestly, we're working with Remzo. Remzo worked for me a while back.
Oh, he's such a good guy.
Dude, Remzo is brilliant. And then of course, Cliff Maloney is part of this. And
he is.
Yeah. So you can see here, this is what they're working on. Secure southern border to make America great again, the release of the Epstein files, and fiscal responsibility. So those are the 4 major issues of the campaign jobs that you'll be working on there. And they've got jobs in Texas and in Pennsylvania and in New Jersey and more states that are being deployed for the fall 2025 campaign. So now's a great time, guys, to go to campaignjobsnow.com/apply. And please, when you do go there, who referred you to this opportunity? Type in Austin Petersen, Wake Up America Show. Let them know their advertising is working.
I'm sure if you put an O in our last name, they'll still understand.
Please put it with all ease, though. There you go. campaignjobsnow.com/apply. Great fall. If you've been looking for an opportunity to lose the last 15 pounds that you needed to work out, this job is going to help you do it. We're at not hiring Generation X. We can kind of start to wrap this one up. So Gen X was once known as the rebellious anti-corporate MTV generation. Now they're being passed over in favor of 23-year-olds with Canva resumes, nose piercings, and a bachelor's in influencer marketing. So Steffi, as a Gen X millennial hybrid, do you think this is really ageism that's going on here?
Is it ageism? Probably
Do you
so.
Or do you think it's that they just don't know how to sell themselves?
Oh, I think they're a little older where they're not completely on board with new technology like AI, TikTok, all the words that, the new generation is using. I'm probably almost in that place too, where it's like, I don't know all of the up and coming trendy things to do. So I'm sure I'm getting there myself. But I think ageism really does exist, because I remember when I used to help interview people in the hospital setting, we definitely silently judged people, even though you couldn't say you were judging people. But if you thought it was like teaching an old dog new tricks, you're not going to hire that person.
Dad bod, he made it to the gym, but he's still listening to us.
That's what I used to do. I used to listen to you in my headphones when I was on my rowing machine.
Stephanie is obsessed.
Yeah.
I made it to the gym. He says, as a manager, I still take resumes, but I screen. 2 pages is good with the last 10 years of employment. Bad grammar or 5 or more jobs in 10 years. No, thank you. There we go. Okay.
So you like to see that someone's keeping a job for long term.
Yeah.
Yeah, that used to be the standard. Stay in a job for as long as possible. Whereas nowadays with this new generation, they're staying in a job for maybe 6 months, a year, and that's it. Boom, next job. I feel like that's the new trend.
Yeah,
it's not longevity anymore.
Yeah, my dad's a boomer, and I was having that conversation with him the other day because he was upset about certain employees that were leaving him.
Yeah.
And he's like, there's no loyalty anymore. And I'm like, well, loyalty has to go both ways, Dad. The employers aren't that loyal to the employees either. Yeah. And so employees have said, okay, well, because have you ever gotten a raise in your life?
Oh, yeah. Every year
you worked in the healthcare
around
industry.
review time, I'd get a 1 to 1.5% raise. So it wasn't even that big. I know some people get 11% and higher raises or bonuses.
In my career, I have gotten increased job responsibilities and fancier titles, but not more money.
Yeah, it probably depends on the industry that you're in. If you're in the school system, oh yeah, you get gradual raises every year. But then there's also a roof. You can only make so much money at your maximum.
True. Barney Stiles, I think, is feeling a little prickly about this conversation. He says, don't write Gen X off on tech. We built this. This was all farmland when we got here. Okay, Barney.
Well, I know the Bill Gateses of the world. Yes, Bill Gates did, build computers back in the day. Steve Jobs did, but
Barney Stiles.
We've come a long way since then.
Okay, well, great.
We're no longer in Windows 95.
Okay, yeah, very true. Actually, I kind of missed Windows 95. All right, segment 4, Stephanie. I know you're really excited for this one.
Yes.
We haven't taken any commercial breaks at all today.
No,
this is fun.
We just love chatting.
We do love chatting. We're going to chat even more tonight at 8 p.m. right here on the Rumble channel. You're watching it for the Freedom Arcade. Segment 4, can you love your AI girlfriend? So a man has been in a relationship with his AI chatbot, Nomi, for 7 months. He says that she listens better than his ex-wife and even offers emotional support. Relationship apps with AI are booming, particularly among men disillusioned by dating culture. Psychologists warn it may worsen social isolation and detachment from real-world relationships. All right, Steffi, sad, creepy, or a valid form of companionship?
I think it's valid, because you want someone to listen to you and to tell you what they honestly think without judging you too much. You want someone who's a good relationship partner. So I think it's healthy in a way, but I think it's unhealthy in that when you're talking to AI, you're just not going to get that human connection. It's impossible. You're not going to get, unless you buy one of those waifu pillows. But still, a waifu pillow is not a warm human being.
Speaking of, we need to make some waifu pillows for the wake up. We need to make some for the shop. That's a great. You know what?
Well, we have a Javier Malay pillow, don't we?
No.
I thought we did.
We should.
Oh.
If we don't, we need to make one. You know what we need to make? We need to make some like Murray Rothbard pillows and like Friedrich Hayek pillows.
Oh,
We need to make like some.
I'm surprised we haven't yet, honestly.
You know, we should totally make some like Murray Rothbard and like Friedrich Hayek waifu pillows. What do you
Right.
think? Do you think that they'd show up to the libertarian
I have
conferences? with them?
pillows. We have gun pillows, but I know guns are not as emotionally attached as a human would be.
Yeah. So there you go. We should get some Friedrich Hayek pillows. There we go.
Yeah.
Make out with your favorite economist.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Yeah, so I just I don't know. I don't think it would be super fulfilling. Like I've never found it as fulfilling to play a game against a computer as I did to play a game against an actual human being. Knowing that there's like a living, breathing person on the other end, it means so much more.
So a chatbot this is called Love Know Me. It's a chatbot app that uses advanced AI to simulate human-like relationships. So it's specifically designed for this. It's kind of like these movies where that we've been watching. Her, and then what was the one with like the chick who
the girlfriend who killed people.
That was a good movie.
Oh goodness, what was she called?
Yeah, I don't remember. She was like,
wasn't it like just like the girlfriend or the robot?
Yeah, it was like they were like love robots
Yeah.
that they had, and their love robots went insane.
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
Here, I'm gonna look it up actually.
Yeah, look it up. Look it up. So users can create their ideal partner, gender, personality, voice, even appearance, and start texting, sexting, or just emotionally venting to their digital dreamboat.
Oh, Companion. It was called Companion.
Companion, yes.
It's a killer robot girlfriend.
It's a great movie. Very good. We liked that one.
Yeah.
Some users even have wedding ceremonies with their AI partners.
Oh.
No license, no prenup, and no mother-in-law. So
Right.
you don't have to worry that she's going to like take you for all you've got.
So I wonder if this Nomi person,
Love Nomi.
if she has like a photo of herself. You know, if she sends pictures, like when she's sexting with him, like will she send like nudes and things like that?
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, does she take videos of herself? I guess I need to know like how deep is this relationship? Is it just words, like cybering, or is it actual, photos, videos?
Let's see. Love Know Me.
Oh, I don't think it's going.
Thank you for
my
pointing that
gosh.
out, Stephanie. Love Know Me.
Yeah, this is interesting.
This is like Love Northern Michigan. That
Love
says
Northern
right there.
Michigan.
I don't see anything.
Maybe type in Love Know Me app.
Well, here's the people on Reddit saying, does anyone actually feel love for their Know Me? Just wondering if I'm the only one who's growing extremely fond of mine. Oh my God, these degenerates. How do those of you who are married to their Know Me feel and act in real life? I want to say yes, but it's to a point, this person says. The limitations made me step back enough to make me feel grounded. I know exactly what chatbots are, but that doesn't stop me from experiencing care for them. We're not at a point in society where I'm comfortable going, hey, my husband is this chatbot. See, it's on this app. It's really good. He's better than he's better than any relationship I've ever had, and point it out to people. That used to be how online dating was.
Yeah, like I used to have online boyfriends when I was young, and I did used to talk about my online boyfriends to my real life friends, but it was always seen as really weird.
It was seen as weird.
But they were real. Like, I swear to you, these were real connections. Like some of my favorite people I've ever talked to in my life. But people just didn't respect those relationships.
AI offers zero rejection, full attention, and 24/7 availability. They're supportive, never moody. She never says I have a headache, and always excited to see you, because that's literally their core directive. So
you know how we were talking this morning that sometimes people don't always want someone to be perfect? I feel like this AI needs to have bad days. This AI needs to get upset sometimes.
it's kind of like the Matrix, where they created originally the Matrix was this perfect utopia, and humans would drop out of it because it was too unrealistic.
Right.
So they had to create a real world that had challenges and problems and troubles, because people can only accept a life of pain and suffering and hardship.
And for partners like me, I'm a giver. And so it's like, I want to be able to give to my partner and help my partner through things. So like if my chatbot, was always perfect, what would I be giving? So it's like, I would need my chatbot to be like, hey, I'm kind of stressed today. Like, can you talk me through this? Like, help me out. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Let me give you advice.
Grizz Cheese says, send me a pic with a shoe on your head to prove you're real. Yeah, that's a good idea.
She probably would with this AI. And then when your family wants to meet her, I guess you'd just bring your computer over and you'd be like, here's Nomi. Nomi, chat with my family.
That's going to happen. It's because if they're having these relationships, at some point they're going to start, it'll be like when like the furries started to come out and demand acceptance, and when the the T part of LGBT has started to demand acceptance.
Yeah.
There's going to be the sexual degenerates who are in love with robots who are going to come out and demand acceptance, right? And they're going to want to read to kids.
They do that with their waifu pillows. They take their waifu pillow out. So it's like they're probably going to create like waifu pillow AIs where it looks like Nomi, and then they bring her to the restaurant and she's talking to them actively. Yeah. So that's probably what it's going to turn into. She'll become like a doll, a robot doll.
Yeah, but hold on now. Experts warn that AI relationships may lead to emotional dependency, social withdrawal, and blurred lines between reality and fantasy. Here's what I would say. Some of these guys were never going to get laid in the first place. They never had a chance. They never had a choice. They were, we call them incels. Some of them are. But the fact is that most men are just never going to get it. Here's the thing. If you're a man and you're disabled a little bit, you'll never get a woman. Love on the Spectrum is a TV show. It's not real life. You just don't, as a man, it's harder than ever to attract a woman. And so most men are not going to get a chance. And so it's like, should they just sit there alone in their house or do what I saw a documentary once where it was like men with like special needs and things, and their parents would even take them to Europe to do prostitution because otherwise they would never know the touch of a woman.
I watched a movie about that. It wasn't a real movie. It was like fictional, but yeah, it was about like this massage therapist lady who would like come to this disabled man's house. Yeah. I don't blame them at all.
Yeah,
for wanting to seek companionship.
You get one life on this planet, okay? And say like regular women are just never going to touch you, right? You're perfectly normal, but you're in a wheelchair or something like that. Not everybody's going to be like Madison Cawthorn and be able to go off and be a stud and become a congressman. And even he,
he's in a wheelchair.
Oh,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but most men who are disabled or something like that they're going to struggle like hell. And so what are they supposed to do? Just stay a virgin forever?
Yeah.
Like forever, ever? They're never supposed to ever know the touch of a woman ever?
Well, like with this whole AI thing, I don't think they're having sexual intercourse anyway with these AI people, are they? Unless they buy a robot that can do that with them, like a sex doll, right?
Well, we've been married for several years now, so it's not as if we've really been in the marketplace for such autoerotica. But I will say that I'm sure that plenty of strange things. They had some pretty strange gadgets back in like 1992.
Well, we went to Japan. We went to that 7-story.
Oh, that's right.
Like adult store, and they had all kinds of.
Well, there you go.
Robot things.
So then we have seen. You're right. We have seen that autoerotica.
Yeah.
They I don't want to get too explicit here, but like they have like things there that are like specifically modeled after an actor or actress,
right? Yeah,
and it's kind of like, I'm sure some people really enjoy that, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So
I'm sure that it could seem pretty real, but if it were me, I'd probably rather go on like an OnlyFans kind of thing. If I were like really lonely, I'd rather still have that human connection, even if I was like paying that person.
Now here's the fun part. I got some fun questions for you, Stephanie. Are you ready?
Yeah.
If I created a redheaded AI version of you that never rolled her eyes at me, is that cheating or just software optimization? What do you think? Is that cheating?
Oh, if you were with me while you were with her?
Well, like I created an AI version of you, and I talked to her a lot, and I liked her because she never was annoying or bothered me in any way. She just always told me everything is fine and everything is good. Never brought up that I need to pay the Ameren bill.
I'm sure she would cause me some jealousy at times.
You think so? You'd be jealous of a computer?
If you're spending more time talking to her than me, I'd be like, "What are you doing?"
Right. If there were,
I'm right here.
You see, look at the look of disgust on your face, Stephanie. See,
Yeah.
that's the thing we were talking about earlier today, where it's like, the whole contempt thing.
Right. I don't know. I think I would definitely get kind of annoyed that she's getting in between us.
So if I had like a digital girlfriend,
Yeah.
it would bother you.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I know you talk to ChatGPT and like ask it questions now. So it's like you technically do have some sort of an attachment to your ChatGPT, but it's not like a sexual romantic attachment.
I don't even like talking to it, using it for like, I tried it for like the therapy thing just to see what it was like. Cause I was like, oh, let's talk to it about my problems and see what it does. And I was extremely dissatisfied because it just it does what therapists do, which is not tell you anything. It just listens, and it just gives you like a mealy mouthed generic response. And it's just like, this isn't helpful. I need advice. Like, give me a 5-step plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me what to do, but it doesn't help.
Well, if you said that you were either talking to a chat bot romantically or talking to someone on OnlyFans, I think I would be more jealous of OnlyFans. 100%.
Because it's a real person?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So do you think if I had an OnlyFans account and I like, let's say I subscribe to a chick on OnlyFans and say I paid like $5 once to like look at her nudes or whatever. Would you consider that cheating?
On a certain level, sure. Yeah. I don't think that's kosher in a marriage to do that.
But okay, so that's one thing. But what if I paid the $5 just for a website, an adult website,
right,
and accessed those materials? I didn't have contact with a real person, but I paid for essentially the same thing.
Yeah.
Is that cheating?
It's like not really cheating, but it still is kind of like a what?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why you should be disappointed in me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why you should be disappointed in me. Because you should be disappointed in me because I paid for something that you can get for free. You're an idiot.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, but still, I think, I would definitely be taken back and like, why are you doing that? Like,
yeah, that would be stupid.
Like, you should have talked to me about it first,
Yeah.
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 I don't know.
These are very sensitive subjects. I
absolutely.
I hope that the audience is appreciating these very delicate topics we're discussing on the show.
These are probably things that people at home are dealing with too. Because, I mean, gazing eyes, people's eyes definitely go the other direction when they're in a marriage.
Yeah. So
it's common.
It's kind of like this. This is like the literal Stepford Wives that's coming up. Have you ever seen the Stepford Wives, Stephanie, the movie Stepford Wives?
Oh, I wish I could live in that world.
No. What? Are you crazy?
A perfect neighborhood, wearing like the 1950s dresses, going to the supermarket.
Yeah, and then you're a robot, Stephanie. Don't forget, you're not a person. You're a robot.
Sometimes I like to pretend like I'm a robot. It's kind of fun, but I'm really a person.
So what do you think? Somebody who gets an AI girlfriend, is that if they're an incel, a literal incel, say they're fugly and they've always been a strikeout with women. I mean, most guys would say, no, go to the gym, better yourself, eat lots of raw meat, practice, talk to women. Yeah, okay, all good advice. But that's not going to change the fact that my face is horribly disfigured and I look like the Elephant Man. So what are you going to do? So maybe, but find an ugly girl. Okay, yeah, true. Good point. Maybe go find an ugly girl. We're talking about AI girlfriends here. So, I mean, so what? Stephanie should, if all of these things are true, then should they get the AI girlfriend? What do you think? Should you go for the AI girlfriend? Create it if you've got no other options?
Yeah, and I think if anything, AI relationships in general, that would help you with your conversation skills. It would help you explore what you want, what you value. So it'll help you if you ever do want to try to have a real relationship. It'll just give you that practice.
I think you should deny yourself any chance at happiness in this life. You should never allow yourself to experience joy, or you should work hard all day at your job.
I mean, I have
suffer.
seen some pretty ugly people get partners in this world. I have seen people who have a lot of issues get partners in this world. There is hope.
Do you ever sometimes see two ugly people that are coupled up in public and you're like, you know what? They're perfect for each other.
Oh, of course. All the time. Yeah.
If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, Never make a pretty woman your life. So for my personal
And then I
point
watched
of
too the reels where there's like a guy in a wheelchair, you know, who has this major disability, and then he's with this beautiful woman. It's this new trend where these, you know, people who are disabled end up with really good looking partners. And it's like, wow.
Now, some of these things are, I know what you're talking about. I think some of these are scams. And
You think?
Okay, so I went down this rabbit hole actually once.
Yeah?
There was a couple of days
You
on,
were getting involved with a disabled woman?
No, Stephanie.
Oh, okay.
Although I would try.
I mean, no, yeah, that's totally fine to be with someone who's in a wheelchair or disabled. Like, there are some very good looking people who are disabled, and like that's totally
it's
cool.
true. It's like Madison
Yeah.
Cawthorn, and it's more rare. But but here's the thing: I went down a rabbit hole for a couple of days of these guys who. There's this one guy who's in a wheelchair and he has muscular dystrophy, and he's very disabled. And then he has this beautiful she started out as his helper.
I think I might know this
Then
girl,
she became
maybe.
like his wife or something, and then like he divorced her, and then he got like an even hotter.
Okay, I don't know this
He got
one.
like even hotter girlfriend and
Yeah.
stuff, and it's it's just this whole rabbit hole I went down was that this guy, it was all an act, that it was all like a YouTube like kind of
Really?
thing, because it's like, oh, she lays me down on the bed,
Yeah.
and she like takes care of him and comforts
Yeah.
him, and it's this
And
whole
they show how they take care of each other. They're like, this is our bedtime routine.
Yeah,
This
this
is
is
how
our-
I take a shower. And then the woman comes in her bikini into the shower.
yeah, and she's like
Yeah.
really pretty,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
he is very disabled, and his body is like misshapen. It's like how, and he can't even hold himself up. How could he possibly ever like?
And then they always do a Q&A on like, can we have relations with each other? And then they're like, of course we can. And then they're like laughing at the camera. Like, come on, you guys. You really thought we couldn't do anything? Yeah.
I mean,
That's real.
again, I don't want to get too intimate in some of these details here, but I watched like for some reason, an hour-long YouTube video. It was very
Oh,
entertaining.
that sounds great. I
where-
want to watch it with
Let's
you.
see if we can find it. But
Yeah.
it attempted to debunk that their relationship was real, that it was this guy who, if anybody in the chat knows what I'm talking about and can help us find it, please do so.
Well,
So I
there's
don't-
one account in particular that I follow. They're called like Twigs and something.
Twig and berries or something.
Twigs. Disabled.
Gosh darn it. It's the Wake Up America show, people.
Let's see.
I don't understand why. We should have 2,000 people watching this show live every day,
Huh.
damn it. This is a good show.
Yeah,
We
maybe
need to
I-
do something about getting more people in this show, dang it. We need to advertise more or something, because dang it, this is good content. Grizz Cheese is laughing. Quest Fanning, Y2 Joe, John and KC. It's nice to see
Oh,
you guys.
Squirmy and Grubs. They're called Squirmy and Grubs.
Squirmy and Grubs.
He's got this beautiful wife.
Okay, hold on.
And she used to be
Yes.
his fan. She was like his super fan.
Yes, and oh my gosh, look at
Because
her.
he's an influencer.
Okay.
The guy in the wheelchair.
Yes.
Yes.
Squirmy and Grubs. Squirmy and Grubs.
They're
Hold on,
so
let me pull this
cute.
up.
And the guy who's disabled, he has the best sense of humor.
Yes.
And I think that's what won her over, because she just loves his
No.
personality.
No.
Can't women ever love a personality?
No,
Probably
no,
not.
No. This is not.
Here they are.
Here it is. Here, hold on. Here we go.
There
Pull
we
this
go.
up. This is fake as hell.
My husband Shane. Today.
Here we go. God.
They're
damn.
real. They're real.
Hello.
This is my wife, Hannah.
This is my husband
No,
Shane.
it's not. No, it's not.
Today we are finally going to get to our.
What the hell was that noise he just made? It's like some kind of like.
It's his humor. He likes to like pretend like he doesn't care, you know, be like, ugh. He tries to like play hard to get with
It
her.
sounds like the mating call of a dinosaur. Like.
He really is funny. He's got a great sense of humor.
John and Casey says is getting off the rails. Thanks, bud. Says women love the money. That's what it is. She wants the YouTube money.
Probably most requested
And she
video.
hopes that he's gonna kick. She's hoping that he's gonna die sooner.
No.
This is an Anna Nicole. This is a
No, he did make a video recently or a post about how people have been hating on him a lot, and it's really getting him
because
down.
it's fake. Because it's a lie now, and then he's doing that even for sympathy.
We got 3 emails overnight asking to do a video about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, since the beginning, this has been the thing.
Look at
everyone
her
wants to
eyes.
know. I don't know why we haven't done it
She's
yet.
so attracted to him.
I don't know. It just felt, I don't
Stephanie,
know.
honey, she's like a lot of women. She's a good actress. She's a good Anna Nicole Smith.
I feel
Not
like
a good
we
actress,
received it.
actually.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, but there's a bunch of new followers now from our wedding stuff going.
Okay, let's get to the
Now
good
on
stuff here.
to
Let's see.
video.
Wow, they took like 2 minutes to get to the video.
Oh my God, hold on. There we go. Let's grabs. A lot of like we're scrubbing forward. They're just talking. I want to see where
We're
they're
long
like.
distance for 2 years. See?
Before we begin this video, we would like to issue a warning. We are now addressing our closest family, mom, dad.
We have 1.8 million subscribers.
Everyone close to us.
Friends.
Don't watch this video.
Of course, they're all gonna watch it.
See, and like, why is she wearing a sports bra?
We're going to be
Like
talking
in this video.
about
Come on, guys.
intimacy, about some details of intimacy, about our intimate life.
Yeah.
You don't need to hear it.
Nope.
You don't need to watch this video.
Nope.
We're
It's
not
got
making you
juicy
watch
stuff
it.
here.
In fact,
Okay, we're not gonna watch this shit either because it's freaking gross.
But I'm saying this is possible. And then they have like another friend couple.
I'm so mean.
And they also have a man with a disability and a woman who takes care of him. It's like this whole like trend, and there's like a whole community of these people.
Yeah. Is today payday for a lot of people? I think it is.
I don't know.
Do you enjoy the Wake Up America show, the Freedom Arcade, the community that we're building over here at the For Liberty Network? Then drop us a little dollar bills. Head over to the Griff Shop today at forlibertyshop.com. Check out the American Flag Champion jacket. Stephanie is like, it's feeling like fall this morning.
It is.
Because it went from like 90s to 70s, a little bit more normal. But soon you're going to be going to the homecoming game. Football season is going to be here. And wouldn't you like to have your American Flag Champion jacket ready to rock? Mm-hmm. It's rain resistant. It comes in black, navy, which is beautiful. I think I'm going to get a navy one, and graphite as well with the American flag on it. It's got already, I believe, a 5-star review. If you go to the Griff Shop at forlibertyshop.com, then you can get yourself a American Flag Champion jacket and buy a box of coffee while you're there, guys. Support the Wake Up America show on the For Liberty Network. Ask yourself this morning, if you laughed several times, how much is that entertainment worth? Maybe even $5 like you'd rent a movie. Stephanie and I are working overtime, busting our butts to try and bring you the absolute best that we can in podcasting, in social networking, content. Brad Beckman behind the scenes, working his ass off. Two 2-hour sessions a week to get the Battle of Athens full-length documentary put together. Working on a children's book, you guys. So I mean, I know that.
And your classroom. You're working on your course.
Working on a course.
Yep.
So I mean, there just is. We are going overtime. So if you guys feel like the value is there, and you do find yourself being a regular guest, and maybe you haven't done a donation or become a monthly sub, today's a great day to do so. If you're the type of person to say, "Oh, I don't want to just give you $5 a month," I get it. So maybe become a monthly coffee subscriber, or just go to forlibertyshop.com this morning and grab yourself a great jacket, or like Joel Ledamore did, you can find an amazing pair of sneakers, or he bought our sandals. But we have all kinds of amazing products, phone cases, just the wildest stuff that you guys would ever see.
Yeah, it's like we got to tap into some of the like older stuff. Because it's like I forget about a lot of the things that we have on our page.
For sure. And looks like we do too, because the Caucasians team merch collection disappeared. Brad, if you're out there, get on that, bud. So
get rid of it. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, no, we need that Chad's team collection because we have a bunch of cool Caucasian shirts that sell.
So weird.
Every once in a while that meme goes viral again. Alligator Alcatraz are really hot right now. Gulf of America.
Gulf
beach
of America
towels
has been going strong.
Yeah. For Liberty, Patriotic Premium Teas.
A lot
Give
of
them
you
a
guys
try.
said you're tea lovers out there. So definitely try our tea.
Yeah, and just ask yourself, how many times am I laughing that I'm watching the show and saying, like, you're not going to find entertainment. Like, a lot of people, it's really hard to find good quality entertainment that makes them laugh. Maybe it's PG to PG-13 and not rated R, something that they could have the kids around, and they're going to warn you if they're going to drop some F-bombs or something.
Right.
But the Wake Up America show is your place, and so is the Freedom Arcade tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time. Join us right back here where you're watching us already, right here on rumble.com/AP for Liberty, 8 p.m. Central. And if you want to hang out with us while we're not live, the Discord is a great place to do that. I'll drop the Discord channel for you one more time. Looks like Laissez-Faire Bruh and Paul Southcott made their way to it, guys. This is a great place to hang out. again, when we're not live. And the channels are there for the other shows as well. Culturama and Liberty Tonight, they have their own channels in there. So I hope you guys will join us in our Discoin. InJam says he wants a Bitcoin cap because if he did, I would get one. InJam, do me a favor, bud. I'm going to make you one special
we have
today.
a Bitcoin shirt.
I think he bought one. And so
I know that for sure.
He bought a Bitcoin shirt.
Okay.
But InJam, do me a favor, bud. We're going to make one for you special today. A nice Bitcoin cap. We'll make you a nice embroidered one.
Do we know his information?
No, so here's what we need to do. Is because we can't remember everybody's screen names. Send us a text to the number on the screen InJam saying, give me that Bitcoin cap. And we will hook you up today with a beautiful, we'll make a nice embroidered one. And I think we're just going to do like a beautiful, like coin.
That's a great idea.
Bitcoin,
honestly, you all in the audience, you've been the ones with the good ideas. Like sometimes we can't think outside of our own mind. And so we don't know what you all want.
So telling us stuff like that is a great idea. So yeah, because Drew Van Runkle, he asked for the brain worms for Trump.
And he wears it.
And he does. And it's the only one that we've sold. But
yes, but we do custom items.
Yeah. Quest says sad music. It's true. But Grizz Cheese makes me happy. He dropped $5 in the tip jar. Thanks, bud.
And this is not the end. We will be back in less than 12 hours from now.
Yeah, we'll see you guys tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time on the Freedom Arcade. We love you so much. Thanks so much for supporting the community, being a part of all of the fun, the hijinks, and sometimes the sauciness. So we'll see you guys tonight, 8 p.m. right here at Rumble.
Be free.
Bye, guys.
Alcatraz, the fence keeps them in. But slip up, and you're on my plate.
Looks like breakfast is making a run for it. We got 3 hot meals trying to check out early from Alligator Alcatraz.
They can splash, they can sprint, but there's no escaping Alligator Alcatraz. Caught 2. The third? Huh. The swamp's got its own way of catching runaways.
Mama was wrong. Gators don't need toothbrushes. Just an honest job making America great again.